First, I'd like to thank you, TÜSİAD and Sabancı University, to bring us together again. This way we are tracking what's happening in relations with China. This is a very useful exercise. Thank you for that. I think I will challenge the assertion that China is the second largest economy in the world. It is not. It is the largest economy if you calculate it on the basis of purchasing power parity. Also, if you include Hong Kong, Taiwan, Macau, and also China dominating Malaysia, Indonesia, and other Southeast Asian nations, China is already the world's largest economy by any definition. So when you call it a systemic rival to Europe, US, or whoever you are calling it, it is natural, because such a big power, 1 in every 5 in the world is Chinese. This is a country where real technological breakthrough is taking place in artificial intelligence, in space technology, in renewable energy, climate change, whatever you call it, agricultural revolution. China is the leading power of today, and by 2049, as we know, this peaceful rise strategy of China, it is going to become the world leader in every area almost, including military, if it continues its trajectory, current trajectory. There might be, of course, domestic troubles, natural calamities, confrontations, whatever. I exclude all this. Therefore, when you call China a strategic or rivalry in many areas, this is only natural, because the new power is entering to the established order. If you don't open space for China, be in the world governance, be in world trade, investment, technology, what you have, then you will have a not only a rival, but you will also have a competitor or a hostile power confronting you in every area. So we have to make a choice, as you also implied in your opening remarks, whether we are going to be in cooperation, collaboration with China, or we will confront it, as Trump administration has tried to do for so long. And we also had a prior discussion, as you remember, whether Biden will continue the same trajectory with China. That means a new Cold War will be coming in a very forceful manner. Not the kind of Cold War that we have witnessed with Soviet Union and the United States, but this is a more sophisticated, more complex Cold War in which parties will be forced to take sides. So whether European Union now sort of converging its policies vis-a-vis China, it's not only German, French, Spanish, Italian policy vis-a-vis China, but EU policy is emerging now in Brussels. That's a huge gain, because Chinese, as you know, love bilateralism. They want to deal with you individually. But if you are together, you will be more powerful in terms of reckoning China. Whether Europe will work with the United States is another matter. If it does, then we will have the traditional West versus China. Then China will be having its own alliance with Russia, currently in bed through a strategic marriage of convenience. Then you will have Iran, you will have other powers which China is trying to bring to its rank through BRI, Belt and Road Initiative. An initiative which I will call a visionary project. I don't think anywhere in the world you have a similar all-encompassing initiative as Xi Jinping has instituted, even included it in the Chinese constitution. West doesn't have a similar initiative so far. China spent almost $1 trillion to make it work across 85 countries, and it will bring also geopolitical benefits to China, not only along the Silk Road, ancient Silk Road, including Central Asia, Caspian, Turkey, Europe, but also through the ancient maritime route, all the way to Africa, even to Peru, they are talking about. So it is going to be a huge challenge. If we think it is only rivalry, that's natural. I don't think there is any danger in that. If we take the same attitude as the United States, sort of a new Cold War brewing, that's very dangerous for the world. I think Europeans can play a moderating role in this regard, protecting both sides' interests. Coming to Turkey, from the Turkish point of view, I don't think that Turkish-Chinese relationship has reached the level that especially Ankara wanted it to. Because the hope was that if the relations with the US and European Union are in shatters, not working well, and Ankara is excluded to a great extent, and then perhaps China and Russia could have been the best partners for Ankara. It has not worked that way for a number of reasons that we can discuss in the other sessions. But Ankara will be forced to make a decision, either in favor of the West, meaning US and European Union, or working together with China and Iran. And I think this is a strategic choice, not only for Ankara, but for the European Union as well, because we have seen some positive engagements coming from Brussels in recognition of this strategic rationale. If you leave Turkey in such a situation, isolated, neglected, for good reasons or bad, I'm not discussing that, but if you think in a geopolitical mind, Turkey should belong to the European Union as a partner, as a future candidate country for accession. Not today, we know. It's going to happen perhaps in 20 years, 10 years, or never. But a positive engagement, which already started showing signals, will be critical in bringing Turkey to the European fold, rather than letting it go Chinese and Russian Iranian way. So that's an important, I think, element to consider. There are serious issues between Turkey and China. Trade deficit, almost $23 billion deficit in favor of China. This is the same, of course, with European Union and US, $348 billion. And also there is this lingering problem of Uyghurs in Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region. No matter what happened between Ankara and Beijing, this crisis, confidence crisis, has never been resolved. It's going to be there. China has ambitions in Persian Gulf, also Middle East, where it is getting the bulk of its crude oil and LNG, and it also has military ambitions in that region. Then what will happen with Pakistan Economic Corridor, Turkey's assertive stance in the East Mediterranean, in the Red Sea, and also Gulf. So putting all of them together, it looks that we are at a crossroad where European Union, United States, Turkey will have to make some fateful decisions to determine how the future will flow. But a country like Turkey, my personal opinion as a former diplomat, is well positioned to be a real bridge, working in harmony with Russians, Chinese, Indians, Iranians, as well as with the European Union and the US. That's the ideal situation. Whether it will happen or not, we'll see. So don't see China as a systemic risk or competitor. It is. It has to be, given its dimensions and fundamentals. We have to look ways of positive engagement, how we can work together. And I think we'll see the first signs of this from the Biden administration as well. Let me stop here.